A British dad has been named as one of the victims of the ISK suicide attack in Kabul. Mohammed Niazi died in the blast at Kabul airport, which killed almost 200 people on Thursday, the BBC reports. He had travelled from London to Afghanistan to help his family flee, according to the broadcaster. His wife and two of his children are still missing, it is claimed. The Foreign Office previously announced the deaths of 3 Brits in the bombing, although it is not thought that Mr. Niazi is one of them. Mr. Niazi's brother, Abdul Hamid, who survived the explosion, told the BBC, "I saw some small children in the river. It was so bad. It was a dark day for us." The 3 UK fatalities are reportedly from different families and include a teenage boy. Another British national was seriously injured in the strike and is due to be evacuated soon, The Sun reports. Meanwhile, an Afghan child under 10, who is related to one of the 2 dead Brits, was also badly hurt. More than 170 Afghans and 13 U.S. soldiers were killed in the blast on Thursday. Islamic State Khorasan Province, ISKP, the IS terror branch in Afghanistan, has claimed responsibility for the attack. Yesterday, Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said, "I was deeply saddened to learn that 2 British nationals and the child of another British national were killed by yesterday's terror attack, with 2 more injured." These were innocent people, and it is a tragedy that as they sought to bring their loved ones to safety in the UK, they were murdered by cowardly terrorists. Yesterday's despicable attack underlines the dangers facing those in Afghanistan and reinforces why we are doing all we can to get people out. We are offering consular support to their families. Troops are preparing for a final push on evacuations from Afghanistan as more than 1,000 people eligible to flee were set to be left behind and another terror attack was said to be likely. Get all the latest news sent to your inbox. Sign up for the free Mirror newsletter. The Ministry of Defence, MOD, said on Friday night that only those UK nationals and Afghans who had already been processed would now be airlifted from Kabul airport to free up space for the remaining UK diplomats and military personnel. But Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer said the UK must urgently help those left behind, and Tory MP and Afghanistan veteran Tom Tugendhat said he felt anger and shame for those who could not be saved. The Prime Minister pledged to shift heaven and earth to allow those who wished to leave the country to do so after the August 31st withdrawal deadline set by the Americans. But in the current operation, the Baron Hotel facility, which was being used to process those leaving the country by British officials, has now closed. The MOD had said this would allow a focus on evacuating the British nationals and others who have already been processed and are at Hamid Karzai International Airport in Kabul. But the department said the UK's ability to process further cases is now extremely reduced and additional numbers will be limited, and no one else would now be called forward. Defense Secretary Ben Wallace admitted there were between 800 and 1,100 Afghans eligible under the Iraq scheme who would be left behind, while around 100 and 150 UK nationals will be left in Afghanistan, although Mr. Wallace said some of those were staying willingly.